If you aren't using the M560 in Phantom Forces, you are actually missing out because it's probably one of the best grenades in the game. So let me break it down for you. Not only does it have the highest killing radius out of all of the frag grenades, but it is the second fastest. So the default frag throws at 100 studs per second. This throws at 130. You can cross-map people with this, and it has a bigger killing radius than all of the other frags. It's less than most of the high explosive grenades, but all of the high explosive grenades have much less throw velocity. And because it is a cookable grenade, you can throw this literal fastball like you're an MLB pitcher that will detonate right next to somebody and they have no chance to react to it. And you can do this cross-map. Like, it is utterly ridiculous. It is one of the best grenades by far. And again, it's kind of confusing that this thing even exists, because something like the V40 Mini is incredibly fast but has a nerfed detonation radius, right? But this one has a buffed detonation radius and is faster. I'm like, why does this exist? I'm not complaining though, because this thing is amazing. So as for how to use it, for anyone in close range, cook it for about 4 seconds. Mid-range, it's about 3 to 3.5. Long range, it's like 0 to 1 second. And you'll learn how to judge the distances as you practice, but basically, every time your crosshair pulses as you're cooking it, that is 1 second that went by. And if you're not aware, you don't have to hold G to cook your grenade. You could press 4 and then pull it out yourself, and then use mouse 1 to hold it. And that's a really big tip, because that way you can actually move around well, instead of having to just, you know, use your pointer finger on G the whole time. So in case you weren't aware of that, that is a thing you could do. Now, do I think it needs a nerf? Not particularly. I mean, it's a little overtuned, I think, but due to its incredible speed, it is much more precise when it comes to cooking. Like, it's a little easier to cook slower grenades, and a lot of times slower grenades can be easier arced over objects, but this one, a lot of times you need line of sight, or you have to be throwing it from far. So like, if you want to throw it onto the hill from Castle Keep while you're standing by like a ladder, the M560 might throw way over, or you have to purposely back up, whereas something like the default frag might arc perfectly onto it. But again, the M560 is so good that it's like a worthy trade-off. And honestly, the skill requirement isn't that much more, so that's why I use it. Now, as for what maps is best on, it's good on pretty much all of them. Now, some maps like Metro are so good with something like the bundle charge that you'd rather run that, but for the most part, you're going to get so much value out of the M560 no matter what you play it on, which is why I think it's one of the best. Also, if you weren't aware, I have a video on Desert Storm grenade lineups, and there's a couple of them with this grenade in there. So if you want some practical grenade lineups for this, go check that video out. I used a few of them in this video too. And hopefully I'll be able to drop another one soon, so subscribe if you want to see that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. That's about all I have. Let me know if there's any other grenades you want to see videos on, and subscribe.